This is a quick overview of the main possibilities in the QuBits virtual reality sound space. The purple spheres on the ground are QuBits. They play with different densities of activity and different transpositions. That thing that just fell out of the sky is a cylinder called a void igniter, and it has its own sound. There's a denser scene of QuBits. I can input into the system and move the QuBits around, and if I just leave them there, they'll go back to where they started in their grid formation. But if I push them far enough apart, if a local group of QuBits has enough negative space between them, then it's dark right now, but they just opened up a, what I call a void. And when it lightens up again, then you'll see it. There we go. I can displace the void. And while I do that, it makes crinkling sounds. And I can make a void anywhere I want. There's another one. And I can find that QuBits can collide. And then I can control one QuBit, two QuBits with one. By controlling one, I can control two. But they go back to being small again in their previous sound over a short duration of time. QuBits that collide, I can actually trap them inside of voids. So now this is trapped inside of a void, and when they come back, they'll be tentacles. I can play the tentacles by displacing a void. First, let's talk about that. Because I've trapped enough tentacles, then these geysers reach high enough to start playing the ceiling. And I can contribute sampled sounds to that. These are lower sampled sounds. And the ceiling has a higher frequency of synthesis. So let's catch some more QuBits inside the void. If I hold down the QuBits long enough by displacing a void, they become orbiting QuBits. If I get close to a void, I find it actually turns on an effects engine. And when they're done orbiting, they go back to be tentacles. If I get close enough, this thing starts pulling me in. And if I get sent through the void, I'm in this alternate universe I call the upside down. In this space, if I get close enough to a void, instead of pushing me or pulling me in, it pushes me away. But if I want, I can commit to forward motion to get back to the right side up where I started. This space. And I can do that as often as I want. Okay, so another thing that can happen is if I trap enough QuBits inside of voids, then there we go. This starts producing spinning events on the ceiling with more pulsations. finally, if I trap enough qubits inside voids, it starts a new harmonic space. Oh, that was fun. That was completely unplanned. So these are bluer lights with a new harmonic progression that starts off more harmonic and it gets more inharmonic. And we're going to travel back to the right side up one more time. This is where the harmonies are more inharmonic. But it should cycle back to its harmonicity, being very open and higher in range. Like that. Okay.